mother was never known as Grandma. She wouldn't have it. To her it sounded old. Instead, we just called her by her given name, Vera. My father's deep appreciation and respect notwithstanding, his relationship with his mother was nothing like my relationship with my parents, nor my relationship with my children. Her feelings for her son, while undoubtedly deep, never took physical expression. She did not hug or kiss him, did not display her affection. I imagine that Vera herself was not shown much tenderness. She was born in 1900, one of 8 brothers and sisters, the sole Jewish family in Galavenshich, a small village in the Gilad region in what is now Belarus, along the Dnieper River. Somewhere along her father's line, one of the men was awarded a swath of forest as recognition for his exemplary service in the Tsar's army, a rather rare commendation for a Jew in those days. As a result, her father worked as a forester. On the Hebrew holidays, a Jewish family or two would occasionally come to stay to celebrate with them. Mordechai Shnerov, my father's maternal grandfather, was said to be a man of great physical strength. That description seems to sit well with his work as a forester and the fact that he was able to protect his family in a region where, for hundreds of years, attacks on Jews had been somewhat of a sanctified tradition for the locals, and they were the only Jewish family in the village. No one dared lay a hand on the Shnerovs. One day, Mordechai heard some villagers were planning to break into his barn and steal from him. He asked the family to lock him in the barn, where he waited for the thieves. When they showed up, he gave them a solid beating, and the lesson was learned. There's nothing left of the family in that small village, which even at its most populous never exceeded a few hundred souls, but neither has it changed radically over the years. As Prime Minister, my father received pictures of the village along with a listing of the families from his mother's day. The pictures revealed that little had changed. Apparently, there was still no electricity, no running water, no sewage system, no paved roads. The houses were still made of wood and heated by coal. Nonetheless, the Shnerovs secured an education for all of their children. Some of them became doctors, one an engineer, and all were well settled in their different locales: Israel, Russia, Turkey, France, and the United States. Perhaps this shed some light on Vera's own educational methodology and on the importance she placed on studies. Vera, a brave, downright fearless woman, used to describe how, when she was in medical school in Tbilisi, she once noticed a mouse moving under the tablecloth while she studied with her friend. Realizing that her friend would scare easily, she clapped her hand over the mouse and held it, without her friend noticing, until they were done studying, at which point she got up and took care of the rodent. Samuel, my father's father, was born in 1896 in the town of Brest in the southwest part of what is today Belarus. Jewish life thrived in the city, but with the outbreak of World War I and the expulsion of the Jews from all parts of southwest Russia, the family journeyed to Baku, on the shores of the Caspian Sea, in what is today Azerbaijan. That is where he completed his studies in a Russian high school, studying French, German, and Latin. At home, his father taught him Hebrew and the Bible, and imbued in him a strong love of Zionism. Samuel's father was a religious man who had been ordained as a rabbi. He himself was not observant, but he knew the religion and its customs well. Still today, on Passover, we sing the songs in the manner in which they were sung at Samuel's house. As for Vera, I'm not sure she knew all of the customs and laws, but she most certainly knew how to catch a chicken and convert it into chicken soup for the Sabbath. While Samuel was an ardent Zionist, Vera had no exposure to Zionism in her small village. With the Communist Party victorious and the Red Army approaching, Vera and Samuel, who met, so the story goes, on a Tbilisi train, realized that they had to flee. Zionist activists were being arrested, and both of them were realists. They harbored no illusions as to their fate, and so at the last moment, as the Red Army closed in around them, they fled to the Black Sea city of Batumi, and from there boarded a ship to the land of Israel. For Samuel, who had completed his studies, was a certified agronomist, and spoke Hebrew well from home, it was the realization of a dream. His father had already lived in the land of Israel for a period and taught Hebrew there, and had always wanted to return with